Hello.
Yes, I thought I'd say good night.
That's nice.
All right. Anything else?
Um, what else would you like there to be?
I'm nothing necessarily. All right. So, nothing else.
Well, I think it's a shame.
What's that?
Um,
Did I wake you?
no, I fell asleep. I I'm up though.
Yeah, you
I
fell
had
asleep a while ago. What?
I previously fell asleep.
Yes, I'm not surprised 'cause I called you earlier,
When did you call?
45 minutes ago,
On what?
on this phone.
Really?
Really?
Oh, well, I must have really been out then.
All right. See, it's good I'm not there. So, all right. Anything else?
Not at the moment.
All right. So you've been sleeping.
I think I fell asleep for about 45 minutes, probably.
All right. Like I said, you've been sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Um, no, as like I said, uh, I think it's a shame
And what is that?
that everything needs to be so difficult.
Well, I agree with that. At least the things that are difficult, but hopefully you'll see that they don't have to be that difficult. Let me know.
Well, you just seem very eager to pull the plug all the time.
No, it just becomes very difficult. I've tried to explain this to you. And at some point, you have to decide whether or not you're going to help yourself or not. And I know it's difficult, and I know it's disappointing, and I know it's got to be very emotionally disruptive, but that doesn't mean that you need to continue to do and see things the way you have always done them. And I think I frequently have a pretty good idea what's going on. And you know, you've made it very clear you can handle things and so forth, and that's fine. I'm glad that you see that. Okay? All right?
Yeah.
I think that at some point you need to make the determination that I've been encouraging you to determine over the last weeks and today. So, anyway, I'll let you go back to sleep. And get a good night's rest. Right?
It seems that if I don't buy into the idea that in the case of Scott, that everything he says and does is bad and wrong, then I must think everything is right.
No, that's not what I said. What I said is that the things that he has done, some of them recently, are so bad that I think you need to realize that that seems to be to preponderate the way that he acts these days. And when he says something that says unkind as that, I mean, I just don't understand that kind of thing. I mean, it's just irresponsible. So it's an old place that they're staying in, so it doesn't matter. So whatever condition they leave it in, well, no one will notice because it's old. So no one needs to do anything to protect the property.
Okay, again, that isn't what it was at all. And just because I disagree with your interpretation of that doesn't
I don't have any
I
interpretation.
think everything that he does is wonderful.
I don't have any interpretation. That's what you told me. That's all there is to it. That's what you told me. That's what it is. I'm not interpreting it. I'm not enhancing it.
I've tried to tell you differently. I'm trying to tell you that the way you heard it is not the way it was meant.
I heard it the way you told me and the way he told you.
Okay, fine. I understand.
And that's what it is. All right. That seems to be one of the reasons that these things keep going on, because you keep saying, oh, well, after all, that's just what he does. So anyway, I don't know if you're there or not, but either you've fallen asleep or you're about to. So
No, I'm here.
Well, as I said before,
I can see that you've gone so far down the road that everything about him has to have a bad connotation at this point.
No, I've already told you that's not true.
That's not what you're demonstrating.
No, I'm demonstrating when I hear something from you that is.
And I am trying. I've been trying to explain what it is, and you refuse to believe.
Your way of explaining it is by saying, "Oh, it's my fault. I explained it wrong." So again, you're making it on you, your fault, not him.
No.
It's like, yeah, that's what it is. It's just like my analogy, and that's all it was, the analogy concerning between Scott and Peter. It's just like Michael and Scott. To me, it's just another thing to see about how he does things. And it is. I don't see where it works for me to be involved in any of this. Because all it does is make everything worse. So, anyway, like I said, I don't want to keep you awake anymore. Okay?
So you've decided I should proceed without you.
No, I didn't decide that. You did.
Because I don't go along and agree with everything you say.
No.
The way
No,
I've
that's
gone
not
along
it.
for years and with everybody else and said, okay, fine, do whatever you want to me.
You need to do something to help yourself.
This has nothing to do with helping myself.
Yeah, it does.
No.
Because you continue to sacrifice your self-respect for
No, I told you.
the
It's
two of them.
about being honest, and it's about being fair, and
Well,
it's about saying that this thing is wrong or that thing is wrong, and not condoning that, but be fair in all other aspects.
I think I've been beyond fear. Beyond fear.
I'm talking about, it's ridiculous.
All right.
It really is ridiculous to argue about, the.
Okay.
You really think that the plan is that they're just going to go and let their dogs rip up where they're living? That's not the case. That isn't the case. And
I
yet
didn't
that's
say,
what you
I
want to
never
believe.
said rip up. I said all I commented on is what you told me he told you. That's it. I never said rip the place up. I said that they don't have to be careful. They can just let whatever happens happen. That's it.
Well,
that's
but
what you told me.
that's not the case. And you refuse to believe that. You
No.
don't want to believe that. You want to think the worst.
No, that's not true.
It is.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm not there, because that's what you think.
That's what you're saying.
Nope, you don't understand me. Still. But I think that is typical of his attitude, and that's my view of it.
That's why I say we're at the point where I can't even say anything that isn't negative about him because you just jump on it.
No, that's not true, because as I keep telling you, you don't understand me. So, he and Peter already believe that I'm not around anymore, so that's probably why he's being nicer to you. So, by calling you. So now all I have to do is get Michael involved, and you're all set. But nevertheless, this whole, I find the things that he does to you unacceptable, reprehensible, and rather disgusting.
And as a result, you can only think in the worst of terms, no matter what it is.
No. Well, you know, what he said to me on Saturday goes a long way, and that was without knowing other things. You know, so he can unleash a volley of fetid, putrid, hateful venom, and I'm supposed to just say, oh, but he's a nice guy. He does all kinds of good things.
I'm not asking you to do that.
That's pretty much what you're doing. And, you know, most
So
of all,
that's what I say. That's what I say. So anything that has to do with him now is wrong and bad and done with the worst possible intentions and worst possible motives.
I've already answered that several times and said, no, that's not true.
Well,
but when I do hear something...
You're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that in spite of what he has done, I still don't say that everything he does is bad. But I'm waiting for there to be something that isn't bad, because I haven't heard anything that isn't bad lately. Tell me something he's done that isn't bad.
You're accusing him of not having any kind of conscience about maintaining this place that they've rented in a proper fashion.
I'm not accusing him of anything. He said that himself. He told you and you told me it's an older place, so they don't have to worry about what the dogs do to the place. That's it.
Okay. You know what? There's no point in we're going around in circles on that.
All right,
one.
well, you go to sleep then. And you win. All right?
It's not about winning.
Well, yeah, it is, because you want to win.
That's how you want to frame it.
The only
and like
thing
I've said before, you know, you were so you really. I understand. I understand now. You are so anxious to get out of this. I see that. You're very anxious to be done.
You know what? You certainly don't understand me. And if that's what you believe, then, you know, there's one more.
You're always very quick with, well, then I just won't come back, or I'm going to leave. You're very quick at.
There's only one time that I've left, and that was Saturday. It's the only time. And you have still apparently never even said to Scott that what he did was bad or wrong. Not that you have to, but he still thinks that what he did was fine. In part because you spent the next almost hour and a half, you know, placating him and doing what you do. You're just a fine person, Scott. You just keep on doing what you do. And especially when it comes to belittling his mother and doing other incredibly unkind things to her. That's what I don't approve of. But you certainly don't seem to understand me or what motivates me. So that's the way it is. All right. I think you're falling asleep again, so I'll let you do that. And
No, I'm not falling asleep. I just don't know what else to say. Because no matter what I say, you disagree with it, and
no,
you don't like it, and
no,
I don't understand.
No, that is not true. What I say to you is that you need to do something to help yourself, and I just don't know that you're going to do that. You sacrifice yourself for Scott and to a certain extent Michael. But now this thing with Scott has gotten to be so bad. Yes, he's your son, but he is your son, and he should not treat you the way he's been treating you. And since I've been with you, by treating me the way he treated me on Saturday, he's treating you badly in that as a result as well.
And I understand you don't want to be here.
Okay, you don't understand. There's nothing more I can say. You don't understand.
Well, as
that's
you
what
say,
you do. You must be doing.
Actions speak louder than words. You were very quick with "I'm not coming back."
I was all set to go, but you started in with with telling me about Scott's continued exploits with lack of respect of yet someone or something else. So it's not bad enough he doesn't respect you. Now he doesn't respect me at all. And the latest thing is he doesn't respect the people who own that property and the property itself.
That's not the case. I tried to tell you that's not the case. I'm not excusing anything else he did, but I believe in being fair. I am not going to chastise him for something he doesn't deserve.
Then if you don't see that what he's doing is wrong, then you should think about it further. So, no, I was not planning on not being there tonight. But you basically said, you know what? Once again, Scott's always right, and I don't understand. So, fine, I don't understand, and you can think Scott's always right, or almost always right.
You know, I took great pains to make a point of saying that that wasn't the case. I don't think he's always right. Far from it. But if I don't criticize every single thing he does, then you're not satisfied.
No,
then I'm defending him. Then I'm forgetting all these other sins.
No.
And that isn't the case.
No, that's not true. It's not true, and that's all there is to it. But when there is something, I'm entitled to say it.
Then you'd be here as planned.
No, because you told me I don't know what I'm talking about and I'm wrong.
So I always have to agree with everything you say.
No, that's not true.
I can't say that you're wrong. I can't say that I disagree with you.
You can say that you disagree with me. You can say I'm wrong, but I think you should be examining this, what he's saying and doing a little more closely. I see it as more the same.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know that you can see it any other way at this point.
All right.
No matter no matter what he does, it's going to be wrong.
I have a hard time getting past some of the things that he's done lately, and so should you.
I understand that.
They are so bad that it's hard to accept anything. So I think under the circumstances, I have been actually quite accepting of any of his actions, even if it's just one action. I think I see him more clearly than you do. And I don't know what he has to do next to convince you of what he's capable of or involved with that is not acceptable.
I told you, I see the things that he does that are bad, but I cannot paint him with a broad brush that covers everything.
All right, that's fine.
And to take that comment about the dogs and turn it into he doesn't give a damn for other people's property or this or that, that's just not right.
It's true.
It isn't true. It isn't.
How did he
And
leave
that
he leave your condo?
Other than the dog hair and the rug, which we've had problems with before, apparently fine.
You told me that Scott needed Peter said it needed a lot of cleaning.
I said he needed to vacuum and mop the floor, and they offered to do that and put everything back, and Peter said, no, I'll take care of it.
Yeah, at 4:45 in the morning, they were going to do that.
I really don't know when they had that conversation. It might have been the night before. I don't know.
Okay. Well, regardless, you would never do something like that. All right, that's fine. You have it your way. I don't know what else I can say. All right?
You're being very stubborn.
No, I don't think I am. What I have seen him do recently is so opprobrious that it is not something that I can accept.
Fine, and he should be held accountable for that, but not...
No, you don't hold him accountable.
All right, like I said before, I can't do anything right.
Whatever you say.
No, it's what you're saying.
No.
It's what you're saying.
No, I don't think so. So, as I said before, I'll let you go to sleep. I'm sorry I kept you up so long. And hope you get a good night's sleep.
All right, thank you. You too.
All right. Bye.